height. We're just going to try demonstrating this machine. I'm not necessarily the operator of it, I'm the owner, and I've used it a little bit. I'm sure it's simple enough that I can walk you through the basics of bending with it. We're just going to make a simple 90-degree bend here. First thing you got to do is adjust the back stop to the width of the bend. Follow me here. Back door, we put hinges on it so it's easy to open up, and we use it for storage and stuff, as you can see back here. There's a light right here, but it's obviously needs a bulb or something. So to adjust the back stop, either, for your width of your material, you just slide this back and forth whichever way you want it. And you can dial it in if it's out of square or whatever. If you need to adjust it, you just dial it in side to side right here to bring the two back gauges even. To go up and down, you adjust these to wherever you want them. These pieces here flip up. You can lay your material on here, or you can butt it up to the other parts right here. There's a few different ways that you can do it. There's a switch that stops the back gauge from going in too far. Okay, we'll go back around the other side here. So this machine is basically an XY machine. It's got a power back gauge, and the rams are powered, which adjust the angle of the bend, which is something you just have to monitor and write down the different angles and stuff that you need. We are set up for 1/8" aluminum because that's mainly what we bend. It's normally zeroed for 1/8", and it's at 0. It looks like somebody's sort of recalibrated a little bit. So to adjust the back gauge to whatever your bend is, it'd be the x-axis here. So you'd simply go, if you want a 1.5" bend for your first bend, let's say inside bend, you'd go to 1.5 inches. Okay, 1.5. We'll try that and see if our bend's on 90 degrees. There's also over here is the main control panel with the switch, and this is your pressure adjustment right here, which we usually keep the pressure set down fairly low because we bend small stuff and guards and whatever, so it saves somebody from overworking the machine and maybe bending dies and stuff. You crank the pressure all the way up to the 175 tons, you could bend the die when you're just using smaller little individual dies. This way here, you turn the pressure switch down when you're bending smaller stuff, and it saves, prevents you from overpressuring the machine. Okay, so back over here is, we've set our back gauge to 1.5, start the machine up. Put in a piece of aluminum. First step down, brings the piece down. Heads up. Want to bend it again. I think you should be able to bend this close with this machine or with this die. Okay, there's an inside reverse bend right there. Should be 1.5 by 1.5 and 90 degrees out. So just take a quick look here. We got 1.5 on the inside there. And then we should be inside to the outside there, 1.5, which we are. Squareness of the bend is pretty good. So if it's that square with 1/8" aluminum, that's the material I'm going to be bending with. I would reset the machine to 0 at that point right there. So I'm dialed in, zeroed out on 1/8" aluminum to that point there. So then if we want to do, from there we want to go to maybe a 5" bend, let's say. If we were bending freezer cabinets, we build freezer cabinets and build pretty intricate doors and stuff like that. We're not doing as much of that anymore. This machine's just too much machine for what we need. We need an 8-foot machine. and that's why we're looking at downsizing. Okay, so we'll fire that up again. This time we're going to go Here we go again. Whoops. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, and with this thing here, you can dial it right into whatever you want. The other thing maybe I should show you, it's like the dies are for bending, like we bend doors where your sides come up and then back in again. You know, it has this die here for each end for doing that type of bending. Everything's, you know, different sizes. I mean, very versatile machine. You can, you know, it just seems like you can bend everything with this thing. Very smooth. Low hours on it. One other thing that maybe to see is for setting your depth of your drop on your first stage. Right here is the rocker switches where you program, you adjust this little tab right here and right here for your, like if we change dies, we got it written here, we go change that to 7.622. We adjust the stopper, we got the different stop set for different types of material. But this is where you would adjust for how far this comes down on the first step, and for different dies to adjust for heights and what have you. There's pretty much, it's a pretty simple, straightforward machine. I'm not sure what else I can tell you about it other than you can also remove these pieces right here if you're bending something small. You want the sides coming up high on both sides. You can switch to that die. You can slide this top piece in and out. It just has quick release levers, so you can slide it out this way if you want to do a bend down over here or out the sides. I mean, you can shove the material through the back and bend out the back, and there is a set of front table guides that go with it. They're in behind there. We don't use them, but they are there. And changing dies, it's all, you know, key switch here for the different, so you can manually run the machine for switching dies off the two finger pedals here. So you have to have both hands on the operating controls to run it. If you have any more questions, give us a call and we can maybe show you more.